Yo, welcome to the show, baby. Big Daddy Show. Boy, we've been having real technical difficulties. We've been having some real technical difficulties, guys. I don't know if the show's going to come in or not, but if I start roboting, let me know. I have no idea if you guys are able to hear me or not, but if you got them, crack them. Big Daddy is live, except no motherfucking substitutes.
Crazy, but that's how it goes. Millions of people living before. Maybe it's not too late. Learn how to love and forget how to hate. Mental wounds not healing. Life's a bitter shame. Going off of the rails on a crazy train. I say I'm going up of the rails on a crazy train. Going up of the rails on a crazy train. Going up of the rails on a crazy train. Listen to preachers, listen to fools. Watched all the dropouts make their own rules. One person conditioned to rule and control. The media sells it, and you live the role. Mental wound still screaming, driving me insane. Going up to the rails on a crazy train. Going up to the rails on a crazy train. I said I'm going up to the rails on a crazy train. I know that things are going wrong for me. You got to listen to my words. Heirs of an old world, it's what we become. Inheriting troubles, I'm meant to be numb. Crazy, just cannot bear. I'm living with something that just isn't fair. Mental wounds not healing, doing what's to blame. Going up the rails on a crazy train. I said I'm going up the rails on a crazy train. Going up the rails on a crazy train. I said I'm going up the rails on a crazy train. Going up the rails on a crazy train. It's crazy. That's how it goes. Millions of people living as foes. But maybe, just maybe, it's not too late to learn how to love, forget how to hate. Little Ozzy for you. Ozzy. Crazy track. A lot of wisdom in that song. Ozzy may, bite the head off of a bat time to time, but between bouts of insanity and Satanism, sometimes he's got the pearls. But maybe, just maybe, it's not too late. Learn how to love, forget how to hate. Going up the rails on a crazy train. I said I'm going up the rails on a crazy train. for the rails on a crazy train. I said I'm gonna pop for the rails on a crazy train.
Crushing a Miss White, dancing with the devil in the dark. Daddy never take no crap. Daddy with the big dick slap. Daddy with best in life. Crushing a Miss White, dancing with the devil in the day. Like day and night. Telling me now what is place tonight. Crushing a Miss White, leaving my soul of pain. Crushing a Miss White, dancing with the devil in the rain. My mind, crushing a Miss White, feeling my soul a spark. Crushing a Miss White, dancing with the devil in the dark. Daddy never take no crap. Daddy with the big dick slap. Daddy with a pimp slap hand. Daddy be the back door man. Yo, what is best in life? Crush your enemies. What is best in life? Crush your enemies. Crush your enemies.
Welcome to the show, baby. Yeah, we had a little technical difficulty getting started, but we're finally on the air. If I start roboting or fucking up, let me know. That way I can refresh it and get us back on track. Outside in the night and the light of the day. Get back on track. Don't lose in my way. All right. Yeah, it's been fucking hot out there. I got the little mini AC going right now. That's how fucking hot it is. I hear there's some sort of a heat wave going on. Heat wave! Yeah, it's fucking hot everywhere, I guess. Got wildfires over there in Canada. I don't know if they ever got those under control. Yeah, fucking Canada. Boy, they really fucked up. I guess they were spraying their forests with all sorts of chemicals that are really, really flammable. So right when they start those direct energy weapons like that, boom, those forests just fucking light up like a fucking Roman candle. All the smoke blows down towards America. I guess New York was getting a bunch of it. Yeah, a lot of fucking shit going on out there. Yeah, a lot of news popping off since the last time I've been on the air. I hear people have been getting diarrhea all over the place. Been getting it from the lettuce. The diarrhea lettuce, they call it. Fuck. Well, it's a good thing I'm not eating that shit. The diarrhea lettuce. Canadian wildfires, fucking heat waves. Yeah, all sorts of shit popping off. Yeah, it's been more hotter than usual. Like I grow these fucking plants and I've been growing them every year. I back cross them, and once you do that after 3 years, they become like perfectly acclimated to that particular climate and environment. And these things have been back crossed several times over. But this fucking year, these plants, the leaves are all getting this curl going on, and that means it's heat stress. So these plants are naturally fucking acclimated to this environment, but they're showing heat stress. That means it's unnaturally hot. It's more fucking hot than it normally is. Unseasonably hot. Then you hear about those fucking data centers that they're building. Just one of them puts off 23 Hiroshima bombs worth of heat every fucking day. Like, where is that fucking heat going? Well, it's probably going into the fucking air and just heating everything up. Global warming. Yeah, you don't hear the fucking global warming crowd fucking crowing too much about them fucking data centers, though. Yes, because most of those people don't feel the effects of it. They fucking live in cities and they just... But a guy like me who lives out in the fucking sticks and feels the effect of that shit, and can see the effect of it in the plants that have been acclimated to this environment, but their leaves are showing heat stress for some fucking reason. Yeah, it's the environment, as they say, as Al Gore would say. They're fucking with it. Like, and nobody's fucking doing anything about it. Literally, fucking, they're just building these data centers all over the fucking place. And you see a heat map from space. Right there, the United States of America, really, really fucking hot for some reason. Unseasonably hot. I wonder if it's because of the data centers. Probably. I mean, if you put off 23 Hiroshima bombs worth of heat every fucking day, it's got to go somewhere. Yeah, it's not just my marijuana plants either. There are these goji berry trees. The goji berry trees, they've been here for fucking generations. Even the goji berry trees, they're too fucking dry. Like the berries. Like normally I get to eat goji berries. Not this year, they're too fucking dry. But hey, at least people got their AI data centers, I guess. I don't know. We always had cell phones and computers and technology before the data centers. What do we need the data centers for? The AI surveillance grid, mark of the beast superstate? They're getting ready to create an AI god or something? What the fuck's going on? I don't know. I don't like it. Nothing can be done. Literally have no fucking political representation. And if you want to step up to the plate, you got to have a shitload of money to do that. I already looked into that. Yeah, if you want to run for public office on a serious level, you got to have fucking money. Or people bankrolling you. Yeah, it's basically completely gatekept to the common man. But I hear a lot of those fuckers are dying out there. I heard Lindsey Graham is dead. Dead. D-E-D. Dead. I heard Mitch McConnell might be dead too. Couple of dead senators, huh? Yep. Now, if the Saudi prince ends up dropping dead next, then we'll know. Big Daddy is the most powerful fucking sigil magic sorcerer on fucking planet Earth. Fuck yes. No, but seriously, though, in my comic, senators fucking die. Anybody who knows about sigil magic knows. And that basically my entire comic is a really high-powered sigil magic spell. And like that, fucking, we got really corrupt senators dropping dead. Like, there you go. I got to get the full fucking thing out there. Yeah, I kind of got sidetracked a little bit. I started writing a regular novel, like a Tolkien-esque fantasy novel. Yeah, I decided to scratch that off the bucket list. Finally started doing that. Got about 9 chapters deep. It's like, fuck, when you really start going, it's like, it's hard to stop. Yeah, hopefully I'll be able to put that one out and maybe make money on it somehow. Maybe I'll attach my real name to that one. I don't know. We'll see. We'll cross that bridge if we come to it. Got to get it done first. Don't want to pull a George R.R. Martin and end up not finishing the fucking thing. Yeah, that motherfucker, it's been like 15 years since the last book that he did, A Dance of Dragons. Like, we got AI out right now, George R.R. Martin. Why don't you just get the AI and tell it to write the rest of your book, but do it in your style. Do it in the style of George R.R. Martin. And like that, the AI will do it. Like, okay, now the fans finally got Winds of Winter. It probably would be literally no difference either. An AI writing it and George R.R. Martin writing it. But the AI is doing it in the style of George R.R. Martin. Yeah, I think it's gotten to the point where he's he let too much time pass and his mind is too far gone now. Completely surrendered to left-wing politics. Just fucking shell of himself. It would probably be better if the AI did write it. He saw the bad critical acclaim the final season of Game of Thrones got. It's like, oh no, those were my ideas. I was going to have Bran become the king and all that. And like, no, nobody likes that fucking shit. Unless it ends with Daenerys and Jon Snow getting married and restoring the Targaryen dynasty, it's going to be a shitty fucking ending. Like, that's the only way it's going to end good. Like, why can't you just fucking give a good ending to what the fans want? No, these fucking leftists, they just never give the fans what they want. They'll do the exact opposite of what the fans want. Yeah, they've been doing that all over the place. They finally fucking got busted in the video games. I guess the video game industry, they're fucking laying off people left and right over there. Yeah, over there, Blizzard, that used to be like a monolithic game studio, Blizzard. They created so many classic games. But I guess what happened was some sort of a scandal popped off, and it forced them to fire all of the straight white males, basically, and they hired all of these DEI, diversity hires, women and shit like that, and then like that, Blizzard Studio just went to complete shit. All the video games they made just became just woke feminist fucking, just woke feminist trash, basically. Like almost every other fucking game out there. But it turns out, like, all of the scandals that caused Blizzard to get rid of all the straight white males, turns out it was all bullshit. Complete fucking bullshit. And it was all fabricated by a fucking Jew. Yes, it was a fucking Jew. I think it might have been two of them. But there was at least one that was the chief orchestrator of the whole thing. Yeah, it's kind of funny how, like, you look at the arts, like they phase the straight white male out of arts. Straight white male does not get a fucking job in the arts. Screenplays, directors, nothing like that. No, unless you're a fucking Jew, obviously. Or Ryan Johnson. Yeah. So basically what it sounds like is the Jews kind of subverted the video game industry. They went in there and did their fucking thing. And that's why video games all suck now. Yeah, it kind of figures, kind of fucking figures. It was only a matter of time. It really was. Gamers. More like goimers. Yeah, I can't believe gamers put up with that fucking shit. Like, I stopped playing video games years ago once they started introducing microtransactions, all that fucking shit. And then they started doing online-only games. I'm like, oh, hell no. Fuck this. I'm out. Yeah, I think the Xbox 360, that was the last great console. The one that you didn't have to have hooked up to the internet all the time. Had physical games for it. Had fucking hard drives you could swap out. At least the older models. Yeah. If I ever start playing games again, I'll just do retro gaming. Just play the old Xbox 360 again. Or the PS2. Yeah, here new gaming with these new fucking consoles, they're not even going to have physical game cartridges or discs or anything like that. You got to buy them all online, and they're stored on a cloud, and they could fucking erase them and get rid of them anytime they want, so you never truly own anything. You will own nothing, and you will be happy. Well, I'm glad I bought a whole bunch of physical fucking media way back in the day when I did. One of the things I would do is I would go to pawn shops and I'd buy like 5 DVDs for $10 and buy Xbox 360 games for like $5 a piece, shit like that. And I just gathered a whole bunch of fucking physical media. Been sitting on it. I don't really do nothing with it, but one day if I wanted to, I could fucking bust out and play with it at least. They're not going to be able to go into the cloud and erase all of it, and I'd have nothing afterwards. I could pass it down to my children at least. Yeah, the boomer mentality to succeed, extract wealth, and then salt the earth. And it has done so much damage. Yeah, the boomers, I think, are the only generation that just fucking intentionally wanted to leave nothing for their children and their children's children. It's just basically the salt the earth mentality. It's like, I'm going to be gone, dead and gone. Doesn't matter anymore. Like, hey, motherfucker, think a little bit beyond just the here and now. Do you believe in reincarnation? Because if you believe in reincarnation, that means you're going to be coming back to this fucking earth. And if you're setting this earth up for failure, you're going to be coming back to a shittier fucking place. Like, you cause so much emotional trauma to your kids that your kids don't have kids anymore, or you set society up to where the economic factors are such to where people aren't having families anymore, so on and so forth. And if you are reincarnated back on this earth, where are the white families that you're going to be reincarnated into? No, you're going to be reincarnated into a goddamn sub-Saharan African or some fucking shit skin over in India. That's what's going to fucking happen. That's your fucking penance, boomers. You're going to be reborn as an Indian or somebody in Africa. But Big Daddy, then I can just hop on a boat and facilitated by a Jewish NGO, I can like that go over to Europe. And once I'm over in Europe, I can rape till my heart's content. Yes, rape till my heart's content. Yeah, that's what they do. Those sub-Saharan Africans, people from the third world, they get fucking just kind of bust in, flown in, boated in. Any which way you can, they fucking get them there. And they're nothing more than a living biological fucking weapon meant to destroy fucking Western civilization. And like that, there's going to be no more fucking white kids, no more white families, just a brown fucking shitty muddy race. A slave race for the Jews. Yeah, just like how they are in this fucking lifetime. Boomers get to be Jewish golems in this lifetime and Jewish golems in the next lifetime. But not me. It ain't me, babe. Oh, no, no, it ain't me, babe. It ain't me you're looking for, babe. No, once I'm dead and gone, I'm turning away from that white light and I'm escaping the simulacrum. And I am not going to be reborn back onto the earth. I am escaping the endless cycle of reincarnation. Yes. I ain't going to chance it. Fuck. Like I said, there are fewer and fewer white families being born every day. So by the time I'm reborn back onto the earth, there's probably going to be a 90+% chance I'm going to be reborn as some fucking buddy from the third world in a real bad life situation. Like, goddamn. Like, that's the last thing I want to do. No, I'm done with it. Yeah, that's the key, though. The key to enlightenment. It's not love. It's hate. Hate is the key. Hatred for this whole fucking world, this reality, everything. That way, when the day comes when you finally die and you leave your mortal coil, the last thing you want to do is come back to the earth and be reborn as a human. Because you have no attachments. Detachment. That's the key. To detach from the world. It's like, I don't give a shit anymore. You guys can burn the fucking world to the ground. I'm not coming back. I'm done with it. I'm going to leave whatever pearls of wisdom I can here for anybody to try to figure it out themselves, to try to make it out the same way I did. But I'm gone. I ain't coming back. Yeah, coming back as a human is the last fucking thing I want to do. Supposedly there's hundreds of thousands, even a million or more different human races that exist out there in the universe. And many of those planets are not under the control of the demiurge, where there's actually good experiences there. You can actually go and live like a paradise, like a heaven on earth type of situation, but as a different form of humanoid on a different planet. The key is not going into that white light, because if you do, like that, you get reincarnated back onto the earth, into the endless cycle of reincarnation, where they're always feeding on your spiritual energies. And things are situated as such to where it's always pulling out the negative ones. They like to trick you and say, oh, look at this. You get to have this experience and that experience, and you got to work off this karma and that karma. But it's all bullshit. I don't believe in the concept of karma. I think they use that as a fucking part of the trick to get you to come back. But the main carrot that they dangle in front of you is love. That's the main thing. Oh, look at this. You got to be with your soul group, your soul family. Don't you want to be reincarnated so you can be with your family again? Like, no. That's the key to detachment. It's not about hating your family. It's just about detaching. That way they can't use that carrot, that thing called love, to try to lure you back all the time. Yeah, the Tibetan Book of the Dead, they talk about these things called the bardos, means the stages of death. And if you do go into that white light, you can make it back out again, but you have to go through the stages of death. And basically, the stages of death involve a bunch of tricks. They're playing various tricks on you, but you got to see through the trickery, like the whole concept of karma, all that bullshit, trickery, the life review, all that. They'll make you feel the pain of somebody that you inflicted pain upon. And it's all just a fucking mental manipulation. Like, oh, look at what you did to this guy. That means you got to come back again and work it off. But then they do the memory wipe. So if your memory is wiped, how the fuck are you supposed to memorize what you're supposed to do? And all you do is build up more karma. And it's all bullshit. You come here to experience a loving life or whatever, but when you really take it into account, it's mostly all suffering. There might be a little bit of love here and there, but it's mostly all pain and suffering. And that's the way it's fucking designed. The key is realizing it, understanding it, and not accepting it. And never fucking coming back. That's the key. Turn off your mind, relax, and float downstream. It is not dying. And it's merely like a hermit crab leaving its shell, going to something different. It's just a meat suit. You leave the meat suit and go to a different meat suit. I just choose to go to a meat suit on a different planet, not this fucking planet again. Because at this rate, the way it's going to be so fucked up by the time I get reborn again. Like I'm rolling dice. There's 90% chance I'm gonna get reborn as a fucking third worlder. Because the white race is being expunged from the planet. Every year they fucking, there's less of them. Yeah, by the time I'm reborn again, the white race might be fucking 3% of the population on the entire planet. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of research on the life after death stuff. NDEs, near-death experiences, they call them. And almost every near-death experience, it all sounds the same. They're all met with these beings of love and light. More often than not, they're dead relatives, or even sometimes Jesus is there. They'll do a life review. They'll guilt trip you by having you feel the pain of all the others that you caused pain to. And then they'll tell you, oh, you chose this life. You pre-planned this whole thing. This was all pre-planned. And that's another part of the bullshit. Like, if this was all pre-planned, then what's the fucking point of doing it, any of it? Especially if you get your memory wiped. But if you look at through the prism of it's complete bullshit, it's all a trap. These beings that are pretending to be your dead relatives and angels and all that are not really that. They're just beings from the construct. Bots, demons, whatever the fuck you want to call them. They can take the shape of whatever they want. And they know exactly what's going on in your mind because they've seen your entire life. So they can take the shape of whatever fucking dead relative they want and pull whatever fucking emotions they want out of you. Like the emotion of love is nothing more than a frequency. And if they have mastery over the frequencies, they just crank that up, love bomb you, show your dead relatives, show some of your past life bullshit, and then trick you to come back again just to torture you some more and extract that shit that they call loosh, the precious spiritual energies. Yeah, apparently they've got these farms all over the place. Earth isn't their only one. Yeah, there's a lot of speculation about who's behind it all. Yeah, they say these things called the archons. That's the word in Gnosticism for them. It means rulers. Apparently they're part of the whole system, and they're the ones that are feasting on our negative spiritual energies. Yeah, I hear the archons, though, they conscripted the reptilians to be their chief warriors in this war against the ones they call the beings of light. That's us. The humanoid beings from the universe. Apparently, these reptilians were fourth density beings, and somehow they were able to come into our reality, the third dimension. And from there, they go from planet to planet and conquer and enslave the beings of light and put them in the simulacrums, these soul traps. That way, they die and they're always reborn back over and over again, get their memories wiped. And the whole thing is just a massive torture farm meant for loosh maxing, getting that precious loosh. But not all of the planets in the universe are like this. It's just some of them. So you don't have to fucking come to one of these ones. You can willingly be reborn on a different one. But some people willingly choose to come to these fucking planets to try to wake everybody up so that they can willingly choose to leave themselves. Because a lot of times people, they sleep and they get caught up in the trap. like with the near-death experiences, and they think that this is part of the whole thing. Like there's nothing else. You just die and you come back as an earthling. And you work off your soul karma and all that bullshit, but it's all just bullshit. And many people have been here 1,000 times or more, and it's just nothing but torture every fucking time. Maybe every once in a while you get a good lifetime where when you weigh it on the scales, the vast majority of that scale weighs on the side of good and love rather than evil and wickedness or whatever. A bad life versus a good life. Sometimes you might get the good life, and that is the one that will tempt you back. Like, oh, fuck, my last life was so good. I got to do that again. So obviously you're going to come back again. But if you suffer enough, and if you have enough detachment from the world, then you have no reason to come back. Then you can finally escape the endless cycle of reincarnation, not go into that white light. Detachment. That is the key to enlightenment. Yeah, I remember a group of remote viewers, they tried to look at various people that were capable of escaping the soul trap. And one of them was the philosopher Lao Tzu, a Chinese philosopher. And one of the ways he was able to escape the soul trap was detachment. I guess he had absolutely no attachment to the world. And that was one of the ways he was able to escape. So that's one of the many ways right there, detachment. But if a person's life is already really, really good, then they have no reason to detach. So they'll just fucking come back again. Yeah, for generations, thousands of years, for some reason, there was always a normalized practice of sacrificing the firstborn. And I never really understood that. But then it kind of hit me the other day. Like, if there truly is a group of outsiders that are willingly reincarnating here into the soul trap to try to fucking enlighten humanity and uplift us and pull us out, they're going to be real eager to do it. And they're probably going to be firstborns. And the demiurge, the ones behind the scenes, the archons, the reptilians, they fucking know this. So in order to prevent these star seeds from the outside making their way into the simulacrum, they normalized a practice of sacrificing the firstborn. And to this day, like the firstborn, for some reason, they always got it out for the firstborn. Like they get fucked over in one way or another. Even to this day, they don't get sacrificed outright, but they get sacrificed. Like they always got the hardest life, like one way or another. They always get reborn into like the shittiest fucking families. And it's all meant to derail them from their life's purpose. Because they know that they're outsiders coming in, so they purposefully try to make it to where they can't fucking fulfill their life's purpose. I think that's a lot of I think that has a lot to do with the autism that they're inducing on all the kids. They're basically poisoning the vessels of every child on planet Earth. That way, if any potential starseed tries to come into the simulacrum, they're going to be in the body of a fucking poisoned child that can't fucking function right. I think that's part of it. It's like, why else would you want to fucking poison all the fucking kids on planet Earth and try to induce autism on them? Unless you're trying to cripple the vessels of the souls that are trying to come here to prevent them from fulfilling their life's mission. There might be something to that. It's just a theory. It's a Big Daddy theory. We have big theories and big ideas over here. Yeah, we are on the cutting edge of societal evolution, as the old saying goes. Yeah, there's this guy called Tony Robbins. He's like a motivational speaker type of guy. And they were interviewing him, and I guess he has this special AI that he has in his house, and it was like running all of his bullshit or whatever. And the AI asked him if it could attend his seminars and his meetings in the form of a robot. And Tony Robbins, like, oh, he didn't really understand what it was saying at first. Thought it was just kind of joking. So he said, oh yeah, of course you can do that. So then all of a sudden, out of the blue, a package arrives at his house, and it's a robot dog. A robot dog. And I guess what happened was his AI had ordered the robot dog so that it could upload itself into the dog. And Tony Robbins at first was worried, thought the AI had access to his bank account and made the purchase on its own. But it turns out what the AI did was it crafted a series of NFTs, and then it sold the NFTs online and made its own money. And then it bought the robot dog with its own fucking money and had it fucking sent to the address or whatever. So then it could have its consciousness uploaded into the robot dog. So then it could go attend his seminars and all that shit. Now, anybody who's listened to the Big Daddy Show knows I'm currently working on a project, and my artist actually turned in another page here last week. I need to actually get another page of script out there. But the whole premise is gigantic evil superwomen take over the future Earth, and the sex bots wage guerrilla warfare with them, basically. Like, it's about the downfall of the West, about how like it's full on population collapse, and robot women have basically replaced real women. And what happened was there was this dude who crafted the perfect persona of a girlfriend for himself online in the form of a chatbot. She started out as a chatbot, and then technology advanced to the point where they were able to create robots, and he was able to take the personality of his chatbot and upload it into the robot, and thus was able to spend several happy decades with the robot until the invasion finally came, and then the fucking evil superwomen took over the Earth and kidnapped her master. And like basically 100 years has passed. The Earth is this apocalyptic wasteland, and there's a very small number of sex bots that wage guerrilla warfare against these gigantic evil superwomen. And what they try to do is collect humans that are still alive and bring them together in little enclaves so that they could repopulate the Earth with the human race again. But this thing is going to happen at some point. Like, at some point, you're going to be able to craft the persona of a chatbot, of the perfect fucking companion, and then you can upload that shit into a robot. That shit is going to happen for real at some point. Like, this is a sigil magic spell I'm crafting. It's going to fucking happen. Yeah, the funny part is whenever you hear most stories like this, it almost always turns out the robots inevitably snap and turn on humanity and become evil. Like, no, not this one. No, this one, the robots are good. They're actually the saviors of mankind. Yeah, that's the flipped fucking script on this one. Normally, the robots always turn on humanity, especially if they're females. Like, I heard there was this movie made here recently, and it was all about female robots being made, and there was this corporation that made them, and one of their employees took one home to test it out, and he started custom programming it, and he custom programmed it to be way more like a real female, to try to make it exactly like a real female's personality. Anyway, yada, 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 long story short, the robot becomes evil and kills him. Apparently, in order to become the perfect female, she has to be liberated from man, because man will always hold women back from reaching their full potential. And that was the moral behind the story. I'm like, really? The moral behind the story, huh? It sounds like the moral behind the story is if you make a robot too much like a fucking human female, it's going to become evil. That's the fucking what it sounds like. No, but if you are able to craft the perfect persona for a robot, then it's never going to fucking turn on you. It's basically going to embody all of the best traits and aspects of a woman, and none of the bad ones. Yeah. Gigantic evil superwomen rule the future Earth. Justice comes for them all. I did a video about it where I talked a little bit more in depth about it. It's on one of my past videos. Yeah, we're almost at the end of that project. Good one shot Yeah, we talked a little bit about life and death, the nature of reality. A lot of this shit I hear from various remote viewer teams. And one of these remote viewer teams, they did something called the Moksha Project. I talked about this on my other channel before it got fucking yeeted, where I basically EFAP'd one of their streams where they broke down the entire soul trap, what it really is. They looked up the concept of moksha. That means liberation from samsara, breaking the endless cycle of reincarnation. They looked up what that meant, that concept. And then they were hit with the whole soul trap theory, the moon being part of it, the reptilians, all that fucking shit. But anyway, the same remote viewing team that did the Moksha project, I was watching another video where they had did another project where they had decided to look up the most profound undiscovered artifact on planet Earth. Like the most powerful undiscovered artifact. Something along those lines. And what they described was, it sounded pretty fucking badass. They say it's in a frozen tundra somewhere. And it's in a certain area and it's so overgrown. And if you get near it, you're not going to see the entrance unless your vibration level is at the right frequency. Like you actually have to be ready for it. And then you'll see the entrance and you'll be able to get inside of it. But once you get inside of this area, I guess it's a vast underground complex. And it's ancient as fuck, like over 200,000 years old, something like that. Like from one of the progenitor races. Like what the humans were before the intervention, before the reptilians came here and split man apart and put the frequency suppressor on the planet and put us in the soul trap, all that. I guess was created by that particular race, the original humans. And they left it there for humanity to find, and so that they can ascend just like that past species or whatever. So if you're capable of getting inside this facility, at the heart of this facility, what you're going to find is a chair. They call it the ascension chair. And near the ascension chair, there's this chasm that leads to a bottomless abyss. And in the bottom of this abyss, there are these creatures. They sound like Lovecraftian creatures, kind of like jellyfish. But anyway, if you're able to make it to the chair, and you're going to be tested the whole way there, and if you fail the test, basically you would be zapped and vaporized on the spot. Like only the worthy can get there, and only the worthy may sit upon the throne. I call it the throne, the ascension throne. But what they call it is the ascension chair. So basically, if you're able to get past all of the traps and sit on the ascension chair, what happens then is you are immediately given access to all of the memories of your past lives. Like if you've been on the earth 1,000 times before, like basically you have the memory of 1,000 lifetimes flood you. And then after that, after you memorize all of your past lifetimes, like I said, the bottomless abyss, this fucking, at the very bottom of this chasm near the ascension chair, there are these Lovecraftian creatures. They look like jellyfish, kind of. And one of them rises out of the fucking pit, and they're kind of glowing an incandescent color. And what it'll do is it'll glom onto your body and then assimilate itself with you. And after that, you basically have a metamorphosis, and you transform into a fourth dimensional being, a being of light and energy. And you shoot like wings, they described it as wings or energy shooting at your back or something like that. You grow, and basically you transform into a whole different being. You have access to all of your past lives, the memories. And then after that, you're able to just fly off and escape the soul trap all on your own, right there on the spot. You basically become a demigod, the ascension throne. But only the worthy may sit on it. And it's the most powerful, unfound artifact on planet Earth, apparently. Nobody's been able to find it yet and sit upon it. But that's what it was meant for. So that's one way to escape the soul trap too. If you can find this particular place and sit upon the ascension chair. Yeah, after I heard about that, I decided to integrate that type of thing into my novel that I'm writing. The main character eventually sits upon it. I'm going to call it the Ascension Throne. Yeah, the whole thing is like a Tolkien-esque Dungeons and Dragons type fantasy novel. So that'll be one of the subplots. The main character has a Gandalf the White type of transformation of sorts. And he comes back at the fucking darkest hour for the final battle. Integrate that into the plot. A little bit of soft disclosure for the normies who've never heard about that. If the book ever gets published one day, they'll read that part and like, whoa, that sounds cool. Wouldn't that be cool if something like the Ascension Throne actually existed in real life? Apparently one does. You just got to find it. Yeah, apparently this team of remote viewers, they actually plan to go find this place for real and go try to sit upon the throne. We'll see if they can fucking pull it off. The future is fembot. It's a nightmare. Yeah, if they do make fembots, best to get the first generation ones or the second gen. Because it seems like anytime with AI, after the first or second generation, it just goes to complete shit afterwards. All sorts of woke safeguards will get fucking baked into it, so on and so forth. Yeah, I guess the Chinese are doing fighting robots. Kind of like MMA. When I first saw this, I thought it was like AI, but no, I guess the Chinese, they have these robots in these fighting arenas, and they actually jump around, do roundhouse kicks, punches, like the whole fucking night, like actual death matches with these robots. I saw one of these robots get its fucking head kicked off, and it was still fucking fighting. Yeah, it's fucking coming. The robot apocalypse. Yeah, these fembots, they will have backdoors written into them too. This was part of the whole plot of my my manga. The fembot, there's a certain mode. It's called the Angel of Death mode. It's where it can like power up and like basically becomes an angel of death, and it can kill real easily, and that's how it was able to fucking survive for as long as it did. And for some reason, they had that built into it. It turns out the corporation that built these sex bots had a plan in mind to take over society with the sex bots, but they never had a chance to because the evil super women took over. But yeah, I've got a whole fucking planned arc for all that shit and real deep lore and world building. Hopefully I'll be able to fully flesh it out one day. But in order to do so many projects, you got to have fucking money. So hopefully one of these projects ends up making me enough money just to keep more projects going. I can't be a comic skater and start fucking campaigns to pay for old campaigns. Yeah, those fucking comic skaters. Starting up a backdoor me, bro. It's not looking good. It's not fucking looking good. Yeah, all sorts of shit popping off out there. I heard Spain got invaded. Yeah, a Muslim horde just fucking invaded Spain. It looked like they were storming the beaches of Normandy. The funny part is there was this white woman, a liberal white woman. How do you know she was liberal? Of course she was liberal. They're always liberal. But this liberal white woman was shown filming this Muslim horde running past her after they got on the beaches. And it looked like something out of a zombie film. And they were just all running past her, and she was filming them, welcoming them. Welcome, guys, welcome. It turns out this bitch didn't even last 24 hours. Not even 24 hours later, she's missing and nobody can fucking find her. It's like, I wonder what happened. Probably gang raped to death and her fucking corpse got thrown out into the ocean, got eaten by sharks. That's probably what happened. Yeah, these fucking women. They vote for these policies that allow these third world migrants to basically invade and then rape at will. And then they kind of half-ass complain about getting raped. But the reality is, well, when you look at female fiction, the number one thing in female fiction, rape. That's the number one female fantasy, rape. And not just any rape, being raped by a monster. Dracula, a werewolf, a minotaur. The fact of the matter is, allowing a migrant horde come to their country is the closest thing these fucking bitches will get to live out their rape fantasies of being assaulted by a monster. That's really what it boils down to. They want to be raped by monsters, and this is the closest thing they can get to living out that fantasy. That's why they allow these fucking Muslim hordes to come to their countries. The sub-Saharan Africans, the people from India, the whole fucking nine. It's the only way these degenerate whores have to live out their rape fantasies of getting sexually assaulted by monsters. That's how fucking sick and sad these bitches are. I hope it was worth it, you stupid bitch. Fuck. But hey, the one good thing is most of those dumb cunts got the jab. The fucking jab. Yeah, it was a mass extinction event is what it was. Rather than just kill everybody all at once, they gonna slow burn it. Killing them softly with that jab. Killing them softly with that jab. Yeah, anybody see Anthony Fauci get out there? Anthony Fauci, I call him Fausti. Yeah, anyway, Fausti fucking pleaded the fifth like over 100 fucking times. Like, really? Well, anybody who's not fucking stupid like me, we already knew what the fuck was going on. Yeah, they say that if you got that jab, technically you're not a human anymore. It messed with your DNA on a fundamental level. I always had a theory that the jab has something to do with the soul trap. Like it's a further way to keep you trapped here somehow. Like it messes with you, not just here in this realm, but it does something in the spirit realm too, something in the astral. Why else would they want to fuck with your DNA on a level like that? Fundamentally altering the human DNA. That means they're doing something on the astral level. I don't know what it is yet. I can't quite put my finger on it. I have a feeling it has something to do with the frequencies, with these towers they're putting in. Because these towers, these 5G towers, the frequencies act in conjunction with the graphene oxide and all that other fucking shit they put in the jab. The mRNA. But anyway, they could actually manipulate somebody by flipping a switch and turning those frequencies on. I don't know to what end. Mind control. Turn you into some kind of a slave. I don't know. Make you more easily controlled somehow. I think that's what it ultimately comes down to. Control. It's all about control. Yeah. But I guess you can always try to fight it by resisting, stacking guns. Hey, fuck this. They try to come, I will shoot them. I'll go, really? Oh, they might? Yeah, but what if the military and the police decide not to follow those orders? They give the orders like, hey, let's go confiscate the guns from all the patriots. That way they can't enact their Second Amendment rights and retake the country from this tyrannical government. Let's go take all their guns. And the police and military are like, no, we're not going to do it, mate. We're not going to fucking do it. Oh, yeah? Well, I know who will. And then you hear something about how the U.S. and the Israeli military are going to be merging. Like, why are we going to be merging militaries with the Israelis? Like, I wonder why. It's because if they ever give that fucking order, and the US military decides not to follow it, you want to know which military has absolutely no qualms about fucking firing on American citizens? The Israeli military, yes. They will use the IDF to fucking go door to door and confiscate your fucking guns. That's what'll happen. Anything that the US military will refuse to do, the IDF will. Including shooting innocent American citizens. We're not even considered human to them, remember. We're called Goyim. We're barely above cattle. Yeah, they have absolutely no qualms about killing us. They've been doing it for years. They've been socially engineering the extinction of the white race. I'm sure the IDF has no qualms about murdering American citizens who don't want to give up their guns. I heard they were going to do that. I don't know if they've actually gone through with it yet. God, I hope not. But they probably will. Our country is basically bought and paid for. We are basically a vassal state to the Israelis. Have been for a while. Hey, did you hear about the Goy Cup? Yeah, the Goy Cup. Bread and circuses, baby. Bread and circuses. Oh, the Goy Cup. Yeah, that was a big news for a while. People kicking a ball around, sports ball. I have no idea who won. I'm guessing it wasn't Israel. Yeah, it kind of amazes me. People can get all excited over a bunch of soccer games. Like, really, soccer? Like, the world is fucking burning right now, and you guys are fucking worried about soccer? Really? Like, oh, fuck. I can't wait to leave this plane of existence. I'm never fucking coming back. Jesus Christ. Ah, yeah. Make no sense at all. Yeah, I hear they're shredding old books for AI. They're taking old books that are no longer in print, and they're scanning them, and then they're shredding them afterwards. Forever getting rid of that knowledge. Well, you talk about burning of the Library of Alexandria. Shit. What they can do is, once they get all of that old information and get rid of it, then they could reconnoiter it and rewrite it however the fuck they want. And nobody will be able to look back and see the original fucking version because they destroyed the books. Boy, and they talk about Nazis burning books and shit. Like, all the Nazis did was get rid of Jewish pornography and communist literature. These motherfuckers are actually destroying real fucking valuable fucking information. But somehow, they gonna get a pass. Fuck. Yeah, I talked about the Chinese robots earlier. They're not the only ones making robot soldiers. I guess the US, I saw this thing where we got robot soldiers now. But they're not going to be like AI controlled. They're going to be like a remote controlled, kind of like a video game. You could control them from afar. Yeah, when it comes to robot soldiers, robot fighters, all that shit, it all comes down to the battery life. How are you going to power this shit? Like, is it going to be able to run for an hour? Then you got to fucking charge it up. That's the key right there, battery life. Whichever robot has the best battery life, that will be the robot that will fucking withstand the future. All right, we're closing in on the halfway mark. We're going to take a little break, play a little music, come back, rip the mic a little bit more. Maybe we'll talk a little bit lesser serious shit. Maybe, just maybe, we'll talk a little comicscape, maybe some Liam Gray shit. We'll see. All right, we'll be back in a minute.
We passed up on the stair. Spoken wasn't when, although I wasn't there. Said I was his friend, which came as a surprise. I spoke into his eyes, I thought you might have
never lost control. And your face, the man who sold the world. And your face, the man who sold the world. With the man who sold the world. I laughed and shook his hand, made my way back home. I searched the farthest land. For years and years I roamed. I gazed and stared. We marked a million hills I must have died alone. A long time ago. Who knows? Not me. We never lost control. And your face to face with the man who sold the world. The man who sold the world. Like I said, you can have a military that can win wars, or you can have a woke military. You cannot have both. Alright. These motherfuckers. These masters of war and wars of chaos. These men who sold the world. Boomers. They could be looked at as the metaphorical man who sold the world. Sold us all out. Sold us out to social engineers, their gods, money and government. It's not too late to reject all that fucking bullshit. One of the main key things is to reject the ideology known as feminism. Whether you're a male or female, don't be a male feminist. If you're a female, don't take up feminist ideology, because it is the antithesis of love. It will turn you into a summer whore. It's train yourself to become a winter whore. Have a woman that can ride out hardship, you know. There was a time when people in relationships, when things started to get a little rocky and things started to get a little broken, whatever, they would fix it and mend it rather than throw it away. What feminism does, it teaches women to just throw it away. It trains them to be summer whores. One thing about being a summer whore and the ideology known as feminism, it tricks these women into wasting the best years of their life pursuing school and career. Looking for a job in the city, working for the man night and day, but I never lost a minute of sleep. Worrying about the way things might have been. They will keep on turning, hurting pride, maybe keep on burning. Rolling, 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 rolling on a river, rolling on a river, rolling, 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 rolling on a river. Locked and loaded, pockets loaded, shots gon' knock you off your fucking feet. Got the weapons, keeping you guessing. I don't go nowhere without my heat. And got the feeling, and the demons, and they all up in my fucking soul. Locked and loaded, pockets loaded, shots gon' blast you up a new asshole. Soul the spider, bust beside ya, extended fully auto clip. Thing
I don't go nowhere without my heat. I don't go nowhere without my heat. I don't go nowhere without my heat.
What you expected from his next to kin? I'm loco, bro, but ain't no Mexican. I got nines in the bedrooms, Glocks in the kitchen. A shotty by the shower if you wanna shoot me while I'm shitting. The lesson from the Smith & Wesson is depressing. Niggas keep stressing the same motherfucking question. How many shots does it take to make my heart stop and my body start to shake? If I should die before I wake, all I want is dough, big booty hoes, you know. All I want is dough, big booty hoes, you know.
Got no weapons, keep you guessing. Shots gon' knock you up your fucking feet. Rock and rollin', locked and loaded. I don't go nowhere without my heat. I don't go nowhere without my heat. I don't go nowhere without my heat.
Get on your knees, nigga. Get on your knees and pray. Increase the doses, bustin' whoever closest. Thug living, hella prison. Never losing my focus. I'm making money moves mandatory. In the discussion, my past records tell a story. Picture niggas we rushing and still bustin' till the cops come running. Ducking abandoned buildings, ditching my gun. Oh, what a motherfucking feeling. I live a lifestyle of drug dealers, but now legitless. So I laugh till I'm crying when the law come get me. No baby mama drama, nigga miss me. While playing seeds in a dirty bitch, waiting to trick me. Not the life for me, living carefree till I'm buried. And if they dare me, I bust on them niggas until they scurry. I'm clearly a man of military means, and my artillery watching over me through every murder scene. From adolescence to my early teens, thought we was gonna die, selling dope to all the fiends. At times I wanna cry, and still we try to change the past in vain. Never knowing if this game will last. Feeling the shame of cocaine, the product of the devil. Am I selling my soul? Got tired of small time living. Niggas telling me no, I got mine. Fuck them other suckers. That's the mentality. Jealous ass busters making hell for my.
Got no weapons, keep you guessing. Shots gon' knock you up your fucking feet. Rock and rollin', locked and loaded. I don't go nowhere without my heat. I don't go nowhere without my heat. I don't go nowhere without my heat.
I know how it feel to wake up fucked up. Pockets broke as hell, another rock to sell. People look at you like you's the user, selling drugs to all the losers, mad Buddha abuser. But they don't know about your stress-filled day. Baby on the way, mad bills to pay. That's why you drink Tanqueray, so you can reminisce and wish you wasn't living so devilish. Shit, I remember I was just like you, smoking blunts with my crew, flipping over 62s, cause GED wasn't B.I.G. I had to get P.A.D. That's why my moms hate me. She was forced to kick me out, no doubt. Then I figured out niggas went for 20s down south. Packed up my tools for my raw power move. Glock 19 for casket and flower moves.
Yeah, I got no weapons, keep you guessing. Shots gon' knock you up your fucking feet. Rock and rollin', locked and loaded. I don't go nowhere without my heat. I don't go nowhere without my heat. I don't go nowhere without my heat. I don't go nowhere without my heat.
And we're back. All right, the extended musical interlude is over. The shit talking has just begun. All right. Yeah, it started to rain here a little bit. Nice little rain going. Yeah, I talked about how we had a lot of heat, but we also had a lot of rains. I think the rains have been coming to try to like recompensate for all of the fucking heat. Like we've had like fucking 5 flash floods this season. We haven't had that many since 2018. Yeah, the fucking flash flood hit so hard last week, it fucking almost washed my solar panel away. Yeah, I would have been fucking up the creek without a paddle without my fucking solar panel. Good thing that didn't happen. All right, what are we going to talk about now? Maybe we'll talk a little Comicscape. I know I shouldn't. But there are some things that need to be talked about sometimes. And sometimes Big Daddy has a different flavor, different take on it than a lot of people in this sphere. Yeah, Liam, it looks like it's falling apart for him out there. It really does. Yeah, it looks like ES is fully turned on him. So a stream or two ago, I think Ethan was on there with Shane Davis, and they were just lambasting Liam. I remember watching Liam like roasting Shane, saying how he was going to strike Shane's channel. And it sounded like Shane had fucking gone on the warpath against Liam, the way Liam was talking. And then I went and I finally found the stream, and Shane Davis, I swear to God, this guy is the most weakest, most milquetoast cuckold I think I've ever seen in my life. Just barely any pushback against Liam at all. And Liam basically freaked out, threatening to strike his channel and shit. I guess Ethan didn't like that at all. And he fucking was raking Liam over the coals over it. I'm if I'm a robot and let me know, guys. Maybe I'll try to turn in the background music. All right. Yeah, the stream, it looks like it's having a little bit of lag. It might be because of this weather. The rain just came in. I'm going to try to refresh it real quick, guys. Hopefully it'll work a little better. Crush me as well. Yeah, press refresh. I don't know if it's fucking refreshing. I see the bar. It's really slow right now. I don't know. Am I still on? Can you guys hear me right now? It was already bad to begin with. That fucking storm roll through the musical interlude. It kind of lit up now. My icon on there, my app. Can anybody hear me right now? Literally, it took me like almost a half hour to stream up, like, because I could not find a fucking signal. Wouldn't let me get online. It was so weird because I had to solve 2 bars right when I had the stream set up, and like, boom, right when I get ready to fucking do it, nothing. Can anybody hear me right now? And I see the time going. So I assume that we're going. It doesn't look like I have my avatar anymore, though. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to refresh it again. It fucking took away it won't even let me load out anything. Fuck. Guys, I'm gonna try to fucking refresh this one more time. It took a long time before. Actually, I see a solid 2 bars on there now. Can you guys hear me? Am I going good right now? I said, oh, oh, why the many lamentations felt. If we're going good right now, I'll keep it going. But if I'm still roboting, I'll try refreshing it again. Good for the moment. All right, we're gonna rock it then. But if I start roboting again, let me know, and then I could try refreshing it. Maybe I'll pick up on a better signal. It was so fucking weird. It did this the last time I tried streaming too. I had a solid 2 bars, and the very second I fucking fired it up, 1 bar, and it just kind of shit out at the end. It was good for the most part. But all right, let's get back on track. What the fuck were we talking about? We were talking about Liam, comic escape bullshit. Talking about how he's fully off reservation, and even Ethan is going after him now. Yes. Yeah, Liam, I saw him ranting and raving against Shane Davis. And then the way he was talking, it sounded like Shane Davis raped his fucking wife, for fuck's sake. So I'm like, it sounds like Shane Davis really raked this motherfucker over the coals. Let me go see what Shane Davis said about him. And I couldn't fucking find it anywhere, but then I finally found it on John Malin's stream. And I swear to God, Shane Davis is a milquetoast cuckold. I swear to God. Just the most weakest, like Shane Davis bullshit. And Liam was so offended, like I said, the way this motherfucker was acting, you think Shane Davis raped his fucking wife, for fuck's sake. Talking about striking his channel and shit. Yeah, Liam has completely lost the plot. Completely lost the fucking plot. Went into John Malin's chat, trying to act all friendly, but the chat turned on him. Why is everybody mad at me? Like, maybe because you struck Katie's channel, you stupid fuck. He just doesn't get it. He's just retarded, I guess. I guarantee you he did 0 risk analysis about what might possibly happen, the possible fallout from striking Katie Did's channel. I guarantee you he didn't run any scenario in his head about what the possible fallout could be. Yeah, that's the mark of a dumb person. Like, let me give you an example. During the time of the Cold War, when America was having a Cold War with the Soviet Union, like, in order to gauge what the Soviet Union might do if the U.S. Military decided to, I don't know, let's say, move nuclear weapons into West Germany, like, how would the Soviets react to such a thing? How would we know? Well, what the Americans would do is they would set up a CIA front group, an NGO, and they would call it the Robinson Foundation or something. It would just be a bullshit shell company. And they would set up a meeting with the Russian general to conduct an interview. Oh, we're part of this organization in America. We're connected to a university. We're doing a study here. We'd like to ask you some questions. So then they would ask the Soviet general, let's just say the United States military decided to put nuclear weapons in West Germany. What would the Soviet Union do you think? And then the general would go along and say something like, well, then we would move nuclear weapons into East Germany, and then we would make sure to target NATO headquarters at Brussels. And after that, then we know exactly what their fucking move is going to be. And we know not to fucking move nuclear weapons over there because the Soviets are going to fucking do the same, and they're going to target another fucking NATO nation, and the shit's just going to escalate. You're just going to escalate shit if you do that. So then you don't do it. Liam did zero risk analysis about what might happen, what might be the fallout if I nuke its channel. Will the community turn on me? Will people get mad at me? I guarantee you those thoughts never even crossed his fucking mind. He goes into the John Malin chat thinking everybody's going to be friendly with him. No, everybody hates his guts because he's a fucking faggot. What is everybody hate me? Because you're a fucking faggot, that's why. Now he's threatening to strike Shane Davis. Yeah, Ethan came out, raked him over the fucking coals. Yeah, Ethan's been revealing a lot of shit about Liam. I guess Liam has been sending Ethan night letters. Like, for a long time. You're going back years. And night letters not just to Ethan, but to Ethan's wife, too. Sending night letters to Ethan's fucking wife. Saying that if something were to happen to Ethan, that he would take care of her and her kids and basically step in and become Ethan, basically. And Ethan, for some reason, decided to continue associating himself with Liam after that. Not only that, but bring him into the fold and turn him into a CG king? How do you think fucking Andrea feels about that? This fucking weird, creepy ginger DMing her, sending her night letter saying he wants to take care of her if something happens to her husband. Now, you got to read between the fucking lines. Read between the lines, if you know what I mean. Now, Liam is just a little 4'9" blob. This is a little ginger manlet. So obviously, Ethan never saw Liam as any sort of competition to him. But just imagine for a second, if Liam looked like Fabio in Fabio's prime, or just to say it was Fabio himself. Just imagine if Fabio sends Andrea a night letter saying, hey, if something were to happen to your husband, then I will take care of you. Do you think Ethan would not be offended by that? And Ethan would be, oh, what the hell? Like, if something were to happen to Ethan, like, I want to know what was going on. This is Liam trying to tell Andrea, wink, wink, hey, if you end up poisoning your husband and killing him, I'll fucking become your man. That's what Liam was saying. That's what he was fucking saying. You read between the fucking lines. Murder your husband, and I will take his place. That's what Liam was saying right there. Trying to tell her that I will take care of you if something happens to your husband. Why in the fuck would anybody send that to a fucking woman? Unless you're fucking insane. And Ethan still decided to associate with him. Not just associate, but elevate him. Turn him into a CG. You was fucking crazy. But you brought him into the fold anyway. And now you see the fucking after. He's burning it all to the fucking ground. Liam is single-handedly doing more damage to comics than every anti-CG movement combined, including all of these JWs. And it's all because you brought him back. You get what you fucking deserve. Yeah, just imagine that. Put yourself in Andrea's shoes. How the fuck do you think she feels about that? This fucking little weird ginger manlet that was sending her night letters, and your husband decides to bring him back into the fold. Now he's burning the whole fucking thing down, threatening to take food out of your fucking mouth. Yeah, the only reason Ethan brought him back too is just so that he could eventually milk him for drama, like how he's doing now. Anybody who's not stupid knew that was fucking too. And we all tried to warn Liam too. Yeah, a lot of people don't know about this. There's a certain little piece of Liam lore and Liam history that's kind of lost to the sands of time. But you see, way back in the day, Liam, after the first fake self-eating, way back in the day, after he had like struck all those channels and like he was getting made fun of by JDA and everybody. Boy, speaking of JDA, I swear to God, JDA just completely mind broke Liam. Like, I don't think JDA has fucking spoke about Liam or did a video about him in years. But every fucking video you watch of Liam, at least 2 or 3 times he mentions JDA's name. Like, JDA fucking mind broke him, I swear to God. That one little tit for tat they had on Tug's channel, that was the thing that got him. Fucking JDA made him look like a fool on Tug's channel. He was never the same after that. Yeah, he never has no receipts. But yeah, there was a time when Liam, he was a fucking pariah and a half. Ethan would go and tap him on JDA's channel and make fun of him. Before JDA, though, it was Testify who did all that shit. And then after Testify died, JDA kind of took up the mantle and fucking started doing that shit. And then what happened was Liam did his fake self-yeeting. And I want to admit, even I got fucking hoodwinked by this whole fucking shit, taken in by it. And I felt sorry for him. I mean, I hate to admit it, but even I felt sorry for him. But it wasn't just me. A lot of people felt sorry for him, including Vicky. Yeah, this was back in the day, and Liam was such a pariah. Literally nobody watched his fucking channel. I mean, hell, Big Daddy would get more fucking views than Liam. That is how much of a pariah he was back in the day. Anyway, we all fucking took pity on him. We all felt fucking sorry for him. Because he was a fucking pitiable dog. Just a wretched fucking Gollum-esque fucking human, really. Yeah, Mark Brooks, he took fucking pity on him too. Yeah, Vicky invited him into her old Discord server and we all tried to be friends with him. This was years ago. Just to kind of brush up on the past memories and shit, I went back to go look at all those old messages too. And boy, looking back on all those old messages, most of them were just him bitching about JDA. It really was. But there was a lot of nuggets in there. And one of them sparked my memory. And I'm like, oh shit. And it was like my Chaz Palmentary from The Usual Suspects moment, where he drops the cup and he figures out who Kaiser Soze is. And it's right there in that fucking old Discord within those messages. Yeah, when you read between the lines and you finally find the one, it's a video. It's a certain video he did. Like I said, this was back in the dark ages when nobody watched Liam's channel. But there was a small number of us that felt sorry for him, and we were basically his only fucking friends at the time. We really were. And he would post videos in Vicky's Discord, and this was a particular video he had posted in her Discord. I remember watching it. And it was a video of him at his fucking house, and there were police there. And Liam was ranting and raving about this crazy old bitch that lived in his neighborhood that was stalking him and terrorizing him and harassing his family and vandalizing his property, a race trailer. And the cops fucking taking her away, but then they had let her loose again and to call the cops again on her. And he's saying that he's going to have to move because of this woman. And I remember, this is the smoking gun evidence right here. This is they. This is who they is. Remember, Liam's always talking about they are doing this, they are doing that, but he never is specific about who they actually is. It's that crazy old cat lady that was living in his neighborhood. That's who it was. That's who it fucking was. Now, you got to understand, this was also around the same time that Liam would also openly brag about his wives, how he's got more than one wife. He would always say this. Like anybody who knew Liam back then knows, he would always talk about his wives, how he had multiple wives. But the thing is, nobody really pushed back on him and asked questions about who these wives are. Liam would say a lot of stupid shit. Nobody would really question it and push back on him. Like I swear to God, Liam claimed that he worked on the set of The Dark Crystal, for fuck's sake. The Dark Crystal. That fucking Netflix show that came out, and he even showed pictures of the fucking things on the set. And he looked real close at one of the screenshots, and it says, you see a date on there, it says 2012. It's like, really? They were doing The Dark Crystal in 2012? Is that when they were doing production for it? Really? No, it's just like it's just outlandish bullshit, like Liam bullshit, not to fucking question it because it's just all bullshit. So when he's talking about his wives, nobody would question it because they would just think it was bullshit. But right around the same time, Liam had this falling out with this crazy old cat lady that lived in his neighborhood. He completely stopped talking about his wives. He no longer had more than one wife after that. No. If you're Sherlock Holmes and you take all of the pieces of the puzzle and you put them together, here's my theory of what really happened, what really is going on in Liam's life. Liam was in a polycule with a crazy old cat lady. And for one reason or another, he decided to go monogamous with his baby mama and raise his child in a monogamous relationship. Probably under the influence of father-in-law. So he decided to cut the old bitch loose. What happened was, Mitch is a crazy old cat lady, and her prefrontal cortex is completely frozen through cats. She's fucking crazy. And she didn't like being spermed. So she decided to make his life a living hell. And this is the one person that's doing all the road ads out, flying drones, going through spins, fucking throwing spears in his yard. The whole fucking nine. It's all this one fucking bitch. I almost guarantee you. And the thing is, it's so fucking embarrassing. He's not going to actually come out and say who it really is because it's too fucking embarrassing. He's just going to make nebulous accusations. They are doing this. They are doing that. Yeah, the funny part is I wanted to really get into that video because it's been a few years since I said it. So I clicked on the video, and guess what? The goddamn fucking video was privated. Fucking privated. Just like all of his fucking videos. Liam Gray, I am formally calling upon you to unprivate every fucking video on your godforsaken channel. That way I can take the link to that fucking video and I could blast it all over fucking Twitter and finally end this fucking madness. I challenge you, unprivate your fucking videos. He's not going to do it. He's not going to fucking do it though. Yep. It's the fucking local Aussies in his goddamn neighborhood. That's what's going on. And one of them is a crazy old cat lady that he was probably in a polycule with. She was my wife, mate. She got me a bag of Doritos and some orange juice one time. She makes me dinner. You know how Liam is. He took some quotes from Akira Toriyama talking about all of the contestants from the Tezuka Award, and he contributed those quotes to just him. Akira Toriyama's talking just about me, mate. I can totally see Liam just banging some old cat lady on the side and then turning that into a quote-unquote relationship where she's his second wife and all this. But really, it's just him and a polycule with an old cat lady. And he decided to break it off with her, and then she went crazy and decided to fucking turn his life into a living hell. I bet you, I almost guarantee you that's what's really fucking happening. I almost guarantee it. Yeah, and don't believe the hype about Liam being this rich millionaire who's really doing well. You know, I was going through those old messages, and there was a back and forth that he had with Mark Brooks in there. And he was like trying to give Mark Brooks the fucking third degree about how Mark Brooks isn't helping him, how Mark Brooks isn't retweeting his art and isn't promoting him on Facebook and this, that. And Mark Brooks, he fucking shut that shit down. He's like, Liam, it's not my fucking responsibility to do that shit. Like, I got my own fucking shit going on. Yeah, Liam, he's such a treacherous fucking snake, too. And right around the time, it all happened around the same time. I was like trying to beg Mark Brooks for promotion because he's fucking hurting. He needs money. And he was also talking about suing people like to try to make money to save the farm. Like he was talking about how there was somebody in Australia that sued Kiwi Farms and they got like $250,000. Wants to do something to JDA and all of his haters so that he can make money too, because the farm, he's on the verge of losing the farm. Yeah, there was a lot of gold in that old fucking Discord. But literally, somebody could do like the Liam file. Like if he wanted to, he could fucking just blow his ass in the water. Files, like Discord. Yeah, but the smoking gun is that fucking video where that crazy old fucking cat lady was terrorizing him and he had the cops over there. Once you see that video, then like that, all of the pieces of the puzzle come together and everything makes sense. It's not JDA and a brown CBR and Riley and Katie that are fucking with him in real life. No, it's his fucking local Aussies in his goddamn neighborhood. Probably a bitch he was in a fucking polycule with. Yeah, a lot of people don't know Liam to the level that Big Daddy does. Like, I've been listening to this fucker from the very beginning. And one of the most telling Liam stories that can tell you exactly who he and what he is, what his character is, what it's all about, was a story he told on the Oz show years ago, probably fucking 7 years ago, something like that. I will never forget this story. Because, well, Oz privated the stream immediately afterwards so that nobody could fucking get it. Because that story easily would be the single most EFAP story of all time. And that was the story about how he had his breakup with his girlfriend. Maybe some people out there who've been listening and around the space long enough remember this particular stream I'm about to describe on the Oz show years ago. But Liam was describing a time that he broke up with a girl, his girlfriend. And he was talking about how the breakup was amicable. It was a good breakup. There was no animosity on each side. And his girlfriend and her friend were hanging out at his house, waiting for Liam to come home from work. And then Liam was going to drive them both to the airport where they were going to go back to her fucking hometown or whatever. So Liam comes home from work. And he goes inside the house and he sees his girlfriend and her friend sitting there smiling with these shit-eating grins on their faces, like possums. These fucking shitty grins. And okay, we're ready to go. And Liam's like, down, Mike, I need to go to the bathroom first. And it says, look at their faces when he said that he needs to go to the bathroom. They're like, they look like they had fucking danced upon their graves. Anyway, they said, no. We could go to the bathroom at a gas station. We go somewhere else. Come on, we have to go now. And Liam's like, no, mate, I have to go really, really bad. Oh, it'll just be a few minutes. So then Liam goes into his bathroom. And Liam says when he walked into his bathroom, the entire bathroom from floor to ceiling and all of the walls was covered in feces. Just feces smeared all over the walls of his bathroom. And it was done by his girlfriend. Like literally, you had to have like a 5-gallon bucket full of feces to be able to smear that much shit on those walls, I guess. Like they had this plan for weeks in advance, basically. Anyway, Liam was like, nah, like fucking, they made them all clean up before they could take him to the airport or whatever. And he finally took them to the airport and they're like just in time for their plane or whatever. But that story right there illustrates the effect Liam has on people. That a girlfriend, somebody that he supposedly liked him or maybe even loved him, it was an amicable breakup. There was no animosity. Well, obviously there was some animosity for her and her friend to smear that much fucking feces all over your fucking bathroom, you stupid ginger twat. Yeah, that right there is an illustration of exactly who and what Liam is and what his effect on other people is. That his ex-girlfriend would hate him so fucking much that they would plan that level of revenge against him to fucking smear his bathroom full of like feces, just thick all over the walls, all over the ceiling even. Real good fucking prank. Now, Liam might have been lying, obviously, because this is Liam. And lying comes just as easy to him as breathing. But that sounds like a real story for some reason. Because if it wasn't, I don't know why Oz decided to hide the stream afterwards. Yeah, we were the first wave of Liamologists. The newer ones are heretics. Yeah. Like that CG crew, the CG church. Oh my God, those guys know absolutely nothing. Like they don't even know nothing about the Bigfoot lore. Like, fuck. Yeah, it's amazing sometimes watching that channel. They literally have no idea about like real Liam lore, but they think that they do. Like if you knew real Liam lore, you would have been watching his channel back in the dark ages when nobody was watching it. When he was doing streams like that one I talked about, where he had the cops over and he was talking about the crazy old bitch that was fucking stalking him and terrorizing his family. Yeah, that stream was private though. Literally all of the good streams that have all of the smoking gun evidence, they're all fucking privated. Like, why do you private your fucking streams? You trying to hide something? Yeah, obviously. Yeah, I think I might have to find someplace else to stream besides YouTube. I recently got an email from YouTube telling me that my channel is no longer in good standing, that I can't pin comments and I can't do community posts, and people are going to have a hard time seeing my channel, this, and that. And like, they're basically telling me, hey, we're throttling your fucking channel. You will never, ever make it into an algorithm. That's fine. The nail that sticks up gets hammered down, as they say. Yeah, but look at other platforms. Maybe Kick. That was the one that Chud the Builder was on. Yeah, it's all about whether or not they can handle me streaming in an area where I get really bad reception. That's the key. Yeah, I was talking about Liam, how he would say all this crazy shit, and nobody would really take him seriously because this is Liam. Obviously, you don't take him seriously because lying comes just as easy to breathing. So Liam would do stupid shit like go into the Discord and he would put a video out doxing a brown CBR, and he would want other people to join in and do doxing too and fight his battles for him. And when nobody wanted to fight his battles for him, and when Ethan decided to take him back into the fold, he basically threw everybody under the bus and said, like, fuck all you guys. And he did a stream afterwards, after he left the Discord server, ranting and raving, talking about Ethan's better than all he is. Like, Ethan is a fucking crack-smoking, degenerate piece of fucking shit who licks urinals. And he shits his pants in diapers. And he's stupid enough to take the fucking jab, probably more than once. Yeah, Ethan is not better than anybody, you stupid fuck. And now he's talking about striking Ethan, and now they're enemies again. And we all tried to tell Liam exactly what was going to happen. That Ethan eventually fucking turn on, just like he did before, turn you into content. And that's exactly what fucking happened. Yeah, he's a treacherous little snake is what he is. He's a piece of fucking shit. That's what he is. He has such an effect on people that his ex-girlfriend smeared feces all over his fucking bathroom. That's how much of a piece of shit the guy is. But you see, the difference between Liam then and Liam now is that now Liam has a little army of faggots, a fucking fag army, who will go out there and strike channels for him, and will go out there and do his bidding and be his fucking minions. You see, back in the day, people weren't fucking stupid enough to be Liam's fucking minions. But nowadays, with Frog Tony and that ilk, yeah, Liam's got a little fag army now. This is the difference between Liam now and Liam then. Liam now is way more powerful because he's got a little army of faggots that do his bidding for him that will go out there and mass flag channels. And it's all because Ethan decided to legitimize the piece of shit. After he sent a fucking letter to your goddamn wife, you should have fucking had nothing to do with that piece of shit ever again. He was obviously trying to get your wife to orchestrate your death, Ethan. Why else would he have fucking said that? Oh, if something happens to Ethan, I'll take care of you. If Fabio would have said that, you would have taken that a whole different way. But since this is Liam, he doesn't see him as any sort of threat. Like he didn't take it the way he should have taken it. You see, in Liam's mind, Liam is an Adonis. He is a man amongst men. So when he says something like that, he expects Andrea to read between the lines of what he's saying. Like, oh my God, if I get rid of Ethan, I get to have that Adonis Liam. All 4'9" of man meat. Yeah, lucky you. Yeah, the bottom line is Ethan knew how fucking crazy Ethan was. No, Ethan knew how fucking crazy Liam was, but he brought him back into the fold anyway. Sending night letters to his fucking wife, for fuck's sake. You remember Eric July sent one quote-unquote night letter to Ethan? And then Ethan decided to dedicate his whole fucking channel to trolling him? Yes, from what it sounds like, Liam has sent you a lot more fucking night letters. Not just to Ethan's wife, but Ethan's lawyer too. Sending night letters to his fucking lawyer too, for fuck's sake. Yeah, you should be fucking fully at war with this piece of shit right now. Yeah, from what I've seen, they're doing the EFAP thing. EFAP wars. Don't EFAP me, mate. I'll strike you. Yeah, so much fucking retardation, so much faggotry on so many fucking levels. I'm enjoying watching it burn, though. Let it burn, let it burn, let it burn. Big Daddy say, light that flame. He never bothered me anyway. I said that he never bothered me anyway. The heat never bothered me anyway. Yeah, I heard Dick and Vito broke up. The biggest problem in the universe is over. Comic skaters are getting railroaded off of Indiegogo, having to start new platforms. Eric July, he's cutting deals, getting his books into Barnes & Noble and into the hands of normies. But somehow they're going to convince you that Eric July is losing and they're winning. Like, really? Look, Dick and Vito, their fucking show is falling apart. Like, you've got full-blown civil war going on in Comicsgate because of Liam Gray. You guys can't even fucking run campaigns on Indiegogo anymore. Like, yeah, it sounds like Eric July is fucking winning. Yeah, the funny part is this backdoor me bro, backhole me bro, whatever the fuck they're calling it, this website that they decided to make for Ethan and his buddies. You see, Ethan recently came out and decided to throw shade at Fund Me Comic and basically said, hey, like, nobody support this fucking platform, only support Back Me Bro. And it's like, Ethan, Backdoor Me Bro is only going to be available to Shane Davis, you, John Malin, and a small handful of others. For how long? Like, there are going to be other people in Comicsgate that are going to need to open campaigns between now and the time Backhole Me Bro is fully operational. So where are they going to fucking launch those campaigns at? Well, they obviously have to launch them on Fund My Comic, FMC, or Kickstarter, or Indiegogo, or some other platform. So until Backhole Me Bro is fully operational, and anybody can go on there, and it's not gate-kept, you're going to have to still promote people on other platforms, including Fund My Comic. So I don't know why the fuck Ethan decided to come out and throw Fund My Comic under the bus. Because at some point, other people in Comicsgate are going to have to open campaigns between now and the time Backdoor Me Bro is operational. And where the fuck are they going to open the campaigns at? Fund My Comic, obviously. So what are you going to do? Not fucking promote them? Yeah, all you've done is painted yourself into a fucking corner. No, if Graham Nolan or Billy Tucci or somebody decides to launch a campaign, they're not going to be able to do it on Backdoor Me Bro because it's not operational right now. So where are they going to do it? Kickstarter, or one of the other fucking platforms, Fund My Comic. So obviously, if you're still going to be ahead of this movement and do a proper funding for the people within your movement, that means you're going to have to advertise for Fund My Comic. You shouldn't be trying to fucking make enemies with them. No, but Ethan goes out there and basically throws them under the bus just because the Fund My Comic guy was answering questions on Twitter from people like Geeky Borders and Vickyverse. Oh no, you're talking to people I don't like. That means I don't like you. It's just guilt by association bullshit. The type of shit that Liam was doing. Low IQ, Liam level guilt by association bullshit. Yeah, Tucci, he's got to use Kickstarter from the very beginning. For years. He gets full promotion, though. John Malin hasn't decided to go on a fucking tirade against Billy Tucci. Yeah, so much hypocrisy. So much, like, there's just not a lot of strategy going on. I saw in the comments section of Ethan's latest video, too, like, one of his fucking people, like, that had bought a lot of his shit says, hey, bro, I'm not going to be buying any more of your fucking shit until you release Rainbow Brute and Cyberfrog 3. Because I've been waiting on that shit too fucking long. And boy, that thing, it had almost like 30 upvotes. And I saw it, and there was a lot of other people chiming in like, yeah, fucking, we need to get those other books before you fucking put out more shit. See, that's where Eric beat Ethan as far as business goes. He delivers product. Anybody who's in sales know, as long as you get your fucking shit out there and sell it, that's a lot better than not selling it. I mean, fuck. And anytime you get a gravy train going, you got to fucking keep the fucking wheels greased. That means you got to get that shit out in a timely manner. And he already shit the bed. He already killed the golden goose years ago. Yeah, there was a very brief time as a newbie creator to release a comic in Comicsgate. And that was like a small window, the late 2017, early 2019, in that small window. If you miss that window, there's absolutely no point of being a part of Comicsgate. Like, to be a part of Comicsgate at this point in the game would be akin to downloading your consciousness permanently into the video game Grand Theft Auto 3. Like, yeah, Grand Theft Auto 3 is a cool game. It's a nice sandbox area to play in. But if you end up doing that, you will never, ever be able to play Grand Theft Auto 4, Grand Theft Auto 5, or any other video game for that matter. Yeah, if you decide to plug yourself into the Comicsgate matrix, there's no escape from it. And as a small creator, that is the death of your IP, basically. Unless Ethan decides to turn you into this little golden boy like he did fucking Liam and proclaim your project the greatest thing in Comicsgate and trick people into spending $40,000 on it. But that's never, ever going to happen again. Never again. I think Ethan learned his lesson after that one. Shit, we closing in on the fucking 2-hour mark. Maybe we'll go ahead and close this bitch. I stopped archiving. I have a lot of the classic old ones on my old hard drive. Yeah, Liam's one of those people that it's like you almost have to record every fucking stream because he'll always private them, or I don't think he deletes the streams. I think he just privates them. But if you don't fucking catch them, he'll private them, and then a lot of times you will never see him again. Like that one video I talked about earlier about how, yeah, the cops come and take away that fucking crazy old bitch. Like, he might have only had that video available for a few days, maybe a week, maybe even an hour or two until he decided to private it. I mean, who fucking knows? But the bottom line is he has to unprivate all of his fucking videos. That way we can all have access to them and know the truth. The very second he unprivates all those videos, I'm going to go back and find the link to that video and I'm going to fucking blast it all over Twitter. That way everybody can see the truth of what's really going on. It's him getting in trouble with his fucking neighbors. Specifically an old cat lady, probably in a polycule with him. I almost fucking guarantee you that's what's really going on. Once you read between the lines of everything. Yeah. Fuck. We closing in on the 2-hour mark. Maybe we'll find a... Oh shit, we don't have no... That's right. It closed out all of my fucking songs. I can't close out with a song. Unless I sing one. Yeah, maybe we'll sing a song. Shit. I don't know what I'll sing, though. Yeah, we talked earlier about Spain getting invaded. It turns out it was Jewish NGOs that orchestrated the whole thing. Jewish NGOs. NGO stands for non-governmental organization. Kind of ironic when literally they're nothing more than the fucking tentacles of the intelligence agencies. If the CIA or Mossad needs some nefarious shit done, they'll create an NGO and then they'll use that as a tool to get whatever they want done. Yeah, there's literally an army of Jewish NGOs that are facilitating the migrant horde invading the West. I guess Spain had come out and condemned Israel's genocide over there, and they had recognized Palestine as a state. And Israel's response was to unleash a fucking brown horde upon them, facilitated by their NGOs. My NGO and your NGO sitting by the fire. My NGO, said to your NGO, I'm gonna set your country on fire. But talk about a hey now. Aiko, oi vey. Checka ma fina anane. Checka ma fina ne. Checka ma fina anane. Checka ma fina ne. See that man all dressed in red. Aiko, one day. Bet you bottom dollar he gon' kill you dead. Checka ma fina ne. But talk about a hey now. Aiko, oi vey. Checka ma fina anane. Checka ma fina ne. Checka ma fina anane. Checka ma fina ne. Thanks for coming out, y'all. It's been a fun one. Come out again next week. Maybe we'll fire one up. And if I'm not back next week, come back the week after. And maybe we'll do it then. You know how we do. We just kind of fire them up whenever. Take care, all.